Hey guys, welcome back to Overwatch. Today I'm going to be showing you just a few like tips for everyone's ult, and if not everyone's, then most, because some are pretty straightforward, like Diva. There's not much you can do with it except throw it up, then explode it, and it gets to that. You can also, this one's really obvious, but yeah, you can do that, and then you can like chuck it across the map. That usually gets people off guard a lot, instead of just throwing it straight up in the air where you are. Next character is Orisa. With her ult, what you can do is, I feel like a lot of people don't really know this, but her ult has like very far range. Like if I put this here, like the range is crazy. It's pretty dumb. So you can use that to your advantage by putting it like somewhere where the enemies can't shoot it, instead of like, so like for example, put it behind like a wall, because if you put it behind your shield and they break that shield, then they can just go straight for it. But if you put it behind a wall, like obviously like where the choke is, like if I was like defending right here, then I could put it like right here, and then it'd be harder for them to destroy it, instead of just destroying your shield and then breaking it. With Reinhardt, with Earthshatter, you can like, first of all, it's weird, but little slopes like this, it can go up on, like the Earthshatter will go up, you'll see what I mean in a second, and also, like Orisa, it also has extremely long range. Like I hit here, and then it went up here, and it went all the way to this bot. So, yeah, a lot of people don't know how far you can actually hit it. So, yeah. Okay, so with Roadhog, he's pretty cool. I play him a lot, so obviously. So with Roadhog, what you can do is, like, I play him a lot, so I know this helps me a lot. Basically what I do is you empty your mag, and then on the last shot, you can shoot, hook, ult. Do that on whoever you want. Like, I don't know. And then if you looked in the bottom right corner, you can see that I had 0 bullets, but now I have 5 again. So that's very useful just for, getting down the enemy team. Like, if there's like a certain character that you just want to know how much you hate, you hook them, you shoot, you use your ult, and then by the end of it, you'll have more ammo again, so you can go back to fighting right away. Alright, with Sugma, this one I don't see a lot of people use, probably because it's a little situational, but also not. If you try to find high ground somewhere, and then activate your shield, like, kinda like that, when you go up into your ult, they can't shoot you. They can just do that and then take it away and put it back out. It's really useful because a lot of people, when they use ult as Sugma, they get team fired because you're in the air, you're pretty vulnerable, so they'll just start going ham on you. But with that, they have to get through your shield first. So that's very useful if you don't want to die in your ult. So, yeah. Alright, so with Monkey, man, what you can do is, he has a lot of really cool abilities. So basically what you want to do is, because, well, let me just get this set up real fast. That's good enough. Basically what you want to do is pop your shield, because you can't use it during your ult, so you can just pop that for your team. You can use your jump, and then ult, and then it fills it back up, and it also fills ammo. So it basically just like recharges his jump ability and his ammo. So Once you get back out, you're like ready to go with your ammo. And you can jump in the battle with your, like, with your jump. And then, like, activate it midair, and then you can jump again. So that's just it's just a really good way to, like, rush the enemy team. And also, like, you know, once you get out of your ult, you can just go back to firing. Alright, with Hammond, what you can do is, this one's pretty well known, but I don't see like as many people do it. What you want to do with Hammond's ult is, if possible, you want to get up in the air, go, smack down, and then pop your ult. Basically, you can't really see it in this clip, but what will happen is when you go down, they'll all go in the air, and by the time they get down, you'll have your mines everywhere, so they can't really react to it as fast. At least I know a lot of like lower tiers, which I mean, platinum, open queue, and golden, the rest, so pretty low tiers. Um, what you want, like, I don't know, I see a lot of people not do this, and like people can get out of the ult easier and destroy them all, so you just wasted your ult. But by the time they get back onto the ground, then it's just all gonna explode, and then easy kills. Because they can't really move a lot in the air. Because, you know, they're in the air and whatever. And, yeah, they can't really, like, move out of the way from it. Especially on point maps, it's really good. Alright, with Zarya, what you can do is, say your team is, like, going hard, but their team is going harder, and you're like, wow, I'm probably gonna need to grab. And then you go, whoopsies, and like it goes on like the ceiling or something, because you're bad, like everyone else in this game. Basically, what you want to do is you want to, like, say I'm over here, and I'm like, I don't know, like, if I shoot here, it could go a lot of places, because it has arc. If you use your L2 ability, it has the same arc, if not, has like a little slight. They're either very, very similar or exactly the same. So you can arc it like here, like that, and then you're like, okay, my grab's gonna go there. If you ult, it goes right there. So that's like a way to lead your shot, like, you know, so you don't completely miss. Because if you do that, then you're like, okay, I know exactly where it's gonna go, and I know how many people will go in it. So, yeah, that's very, very useful, especially when you're trying to get, like, a bunch of people in there, so you don't all, and then it, like, gets stuck to the floor, and then you're like, wow, I shoulda realized this. So, yeah. Alright, with Ash, what you can do is, well, at least what I like to do is, like, say their team's over there. See, Bob, he does damage, but he doesn't do a super, like, a megaton amount of damage. So, check your dynamite, explode it, and then call Bob in. Basically, he killed them instantly. But what usually will happen is, he'll go in, and then the enemy's already taking damage. And then Bob comes in, and then he does even more damage. So it's just a bunch of damage over time stuff. And then you can obviously spray into their team, and it's just super good combo. I use this a lot as well, just because like the chip damage is insane, especially if you are hitting them as well. It should like absolutely demolish the enemy team. So I really recommend this one for any game. Point maps, payload maps, doesn't really matter. Alright, with Bastion, what you can do is, I couldn't really think of any tips for his ult because you're literally a cannon. But, basically, you ult, it recharges his ammo, like a lot of other ults. Does damage, whatever, but you can also, like, super jump. So, a lot of people already know that, but, you know, couldn't really think of anything else for Bastion except it reloads your primary ammo when you use your ult, and it also, you can like super jump to get higher ground if you want. Alright, so with Doomfist, what you can do is, basically you see 8 million enemies right here, like, so many enemies. There's just insane amounts, like, I don't know how their team got 7, but they did. Basically, what you want to do is you can uppercut and then go straight into this. And if there wasn't this dumb thing here, it's like Hammond's where they go in the air and it's hard for them to recover, and then you go straight back, and then you go up more in the air, and then you can slam back down. So that's, I don't know, it's pretty good. It's not the best in the world, but it's helpful. Instead of just ulting and then their team just scatters, you can like get them all up in the air and then slam back down again. Again, it would work better, but since that little ledge is there, can't really show that. So with Echo, what you can do is she's like all the other characters, but more broken. You just spam all of your abilities, just every single one of them. It doesn't matter, because once you ult, bam, you get new abilities anyway. So yeah, it doesn't really matter if you waste your abilities or not, because you're just gonna, as right now, you're just gonna have them all back once you get out of your ult. So yeah, right before you ult, just spam all your ammo and all your abilities at once, and then yeah, works out pretty nicely. So with Genji, what you can do is first of all use your dash, and then ammo waste, and then use your ult, because you get your dash back when you use your ult. It's very useful because you can dash into their team and then use your ult and then dash again. It's like killing someone without all the pesky killing. It's great. So you should use that. Also, once again, spam all your ammo into their team before you do so, unless like a Zarya grabs. But if Zarya grabs, dash, use your ult, dash again, and then see, easy. So yep, that's Genji. Alrighty. So with Hanzo, if my build needs to recharge real fast. Okay, so with Hanzo, what you can do is, once again, it's kind of like a ability thing. Pop, 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 pop. And then you still have the rest of your shots to use. So I know that was kind of hard to see. Oops. I know that was kind of hard to see, but basically what I did was I used this, shot the sonar, switched to my dragon, and the dragon counts as a shot, and then you can keep firing with your ability still. So it's basically just like all your abilities comboed into one. So yeah, use your sonar first so you can see where the enemies are. You do this so you can shoot fast, and you use your dragon. So you can go back and slow it down if you want to see it again, but yeah, it's pretty good. And that's Hanzo. Alrighty, so with Junkrat, what you can do is every time you ult as Junkrat, you always find like a safe place and stuff, whatever. What you can do is, because people are gonna be like, oh, that's an easy kill. Like this thing, it wants the easy kill. Place your trap down, and then you can ult. It didn't go in it. And with Junkrat's ult, a lot of people don't know this, but it has a massive range. Like it has an insane, see now he got trapped. He tried to kill me. It has like a insane range of everything. Like it's pretty much like a mini Diva nuke. Because you saw on that cliff, I exploded it like right there, and it killed them. So use that to your advantage. You don't have to get super close to them, just close enough where it kills them, obviously, but like you don't have to like literally be inside of them when you explode it. You can be farther away, like right there. Alright, so with McCree, what you can do is you can spam all your shots, alt refills the mag, easy collapse, get the 5-man. So, yeah, basically just kind of shove all your bullets in their team, and then you ult. Like, you just... Yeah, and then you press triangle, and then you win. Alright, so with Maze Ult, what you can do is you can chuck it on the ground for an instant thing, or if you chuck it in the air, you can also get cross maps with this. It's delayed. It's really delayed. So if you like want to use your ult, like if you see them coming in, but you don't want to use it right away, you want them to get closer, you can chuck it in the air and it will pressure them. So if they back away, first of all, it's like not on the point anymore. Or if it's like a payload map, they're not on the payload anymore. So you can pressure them off. Or if you chuck it in there and they still keep going, then it will just freeze them all because it's delayed. Also, you can chuck it over things, like try to get cross maps and stuff to help your team out as well. Alright, so with Farah, what you want to do is like I don't know how to explain this, just watch. You like use your boost, boop them, and then alt. It also refills mag. So kind of like this. Boop them in the corner, and then you alt them. As you can see, it also refilled my mag right there at the end. So basically what you want to do is you just want to like if they're kind of far away, but you really want to like kill them all, you boop them all together, and then now they're together, and then you can just alt them. So you just crowd control pretty much. You just boop them in a corner, and then it's just easy slaps from there. Alright, so with Reaper, what you want to do is, well, what I usually like to do is get somewhere high. And I want to explain what I do before I ult because his ult kind of goes a little bit fast. Basically what you want to do is you want to jump down and start spam crouching. It moves your head out of the way. So, like, because when you're ulting, you're pretty slow. So, like, Widow, Hanzo, Ashe, maybe, things can pick you pretty easily. But if you're spam crouching, then, like, it's really hard to hit your head. Like, trust me, it's really hard to hit your head. So, when you ult, you just spam crouch. That's about it. Also, shoot all your ammo first, unless, like, situational, as again. I like to go somewhere high before I ult because once you ult, then they don't expect it. But like if you wraith into their team and then you just start spamming shots everywhere, as soon as you hit 0, you pop your ult and then there you go. Alright, before I get into soldier, I'm sorry if you hear my dog, he's being annoying, but just gonna have to deal with that one. So with soldier, what you can do is you ult. Well, you don't ult yet. Yeah, shove your mag into them, and then you ult, and it feels your ammo. This is the only one I could really think of with him. And yeah, it works pretty nicely. Oh yeah, also before you ult, chuck down a healing thing, because they're gonna be going for you. Like, get on top of the payload, chuck it down, and then just start throwing some shots in, and then you ult. Alright, so with Sombra, what I like to do, I used to play her, I used to main Sombra, but I don't anymore. But basically, translocator in the air, and then you ult. It gives you, like, when you go in the air, you can look down, and it gives you, like, a wide, also you can just get somewhere high, like, over there. But basically, oops, but basically what it does is you can see, there, like, you have the high ground, you can see a lot more. So when you ult, you're like if you go in there and like, there's only like 2 people, I don't think I'm gonna ult right now. And when you're in the air, if you're like, oh, there's not a lot of people, go invisible, and then you can just get away. But if you go in the air and they're like, wow, there's a bunch of people, and you ult, then like you're probably gonna get a lot more people if you're in the air than if you're on the ground. So like, well, don't be like straight in the air because it doesn't do a lot. Be like right about like right here. And then you ult because then you'll get the max amount of people. So, yeah. Okay, so with Sim, don't mind my turrets. Basically, what you want to do is you can place it like far away. Like a lot of people just do like, oh, bam, I ult. But like if you're like if you just came out of spawn and you notice that your team is like kind of losing, like and they're far away, you can just shove it down real fast. Alright, so with Churchborn, what you want to do is you just chuck this somewhere, because why not? But spam all your shots out, like you normally do. All, and then instead of placing it all in one place, spread it out a little bit. Because, like, you can put, like, one at a doorway where they're pushing, and then, like, one on the point, just in case, or something like that. But, yeah, just don't just spam it, like, right here, because that's only gonna cover, like, a little bit of area, when you can spread it out, and then you can cover more area, so they have less areas to walk. It's really good. Also, yeah, spam all your shots out, because it refills your mag anyway when you ult. So yeah, just don't spray it all in one area. Just spread it out. Alright, so with Tracer, couldn't really think of anything like that is useful. But if you're far away, and then rewind. That's about it for Tracer. Like, I don't know, there's not much. You chuck a bomb on something, and then you run away. So I guess you could just go in, shove the bomb down, blink out, or recall out. And yeah, that's Tracer. Alright, so with the Widow, it's kind of like Sim, where you can use it only for yourself, but like if you're in spawn and your team's away and they're like doing pretty well, pop your ult. I don't, just like, don't only like, oh, I'm here now, now I can get my picks. Like, you gotta use your ult so it's helpful for your team and you. So pop your ult like if your team needs it, you know? Also, one more note with Widow. Uh, you can use it to predict movement, like from walls. Like that. Like if I knew he was coming, you can like track their movement from a wall. So that's really cool as well. Okay, on to the next hero. Alright, so for Ana, what you can do is, depending on the situation, if their team is like, well, if your teammate is high HP and doesn't need a lot, then check your nano, like your nade at the enemy team so they can't heal while like your teammate's ulting or something. But if your teammate's low and their team is like suppressing fire hard, then heal your teammate instead and then use your ult. But if their team also, when you know, sleep their, that was interesting, sleep their team, like pick out a member like a healer or a tank to sleep. So if their team is like stacked on HP, then check it over at their side. If your teammate is low and they're suppressing fire hard on it, then check your nade at your teammate. Alright, so with Baptist, what you want to do is, um, pretty much you want to like put your thing kind of at an angle almost, kind of like that. So you can shoot over here, and then like if people are coming from behind, you can shoot over there instead of putting it flat where it's harder. Also, check your immortality thing down so you guys can stay there longer. You shouldn't really be the one doing the shooting. You should more of trying to keep your team alive while they shoot them because, you know, as a lot of people play Baptist, he's not a damage. He's good at doing damage, but better at keeping your team alive. So yeah, use your ult, and then just focus on healing your team. Alright, so for Brigitte, what you want to do is, depending on your situation, this one's a little bit situational, but just, like, if you're going in with your team, pop your ult as you're going in with your team, but, like, if you have, like, 3 people there, then just, like, first of all, you get a bunch of armor. Second of all, you're faster. So, I really recommend this, like, popping your ult as Brigitte when you're rushing, like, in with your team, instead of just, like, popping it randomly. So, like, if you're going to cap the point, or trying to push the payload, like, use it as you're going in. So, when you're there, even if, like, you don't get the full effects, like, even if you're there and you have 5 seconds left, you're still gonna have that armor. So, yeah, it's pretty good. So just use it when you're pushing in, instead of, like, usually just randomly. I'll make it work. Basically what you want to do is, if your team's, like, far away and you're like, oh no, they're all dying, then wall riding makes you go faster. Obviously, hopefully you knew that. But you do this, you go in, and then you switch to healing, and then you ult. Because, you know, when their health is going down, as soon as it goes down, you're already going to be healing them. So speed in, but then as you pop your ult, switch to healing. And it should be much more effective than just, like, obviously if you're just fighting, then and like your team's low and you're making a big push, then you can just ult. But like if you're far away and your team's losing a fight, but you know you can win, then rush in, use your ult, like switch and then use your ult. Alright, so with Mercy, what you want to do is with Valkyrie. Basically your team is dying and you can't heal them fast enough. And you're like, oh, I need to heal you, but I also need to heal you. Pop your ult. You'll get it back pretty fast. And I don't know why, but a lot of people don't know that you can heal several people with this at once, including the damage buff. So, Mercy can really make the difference between a loss and a win in a fight, especially if you, like, know how to play Mercy. Like, when your team's pushing, damage boost and heal, just, you know. So, yeah, be mindful when you're using Mercy, like ult, because it, like, don't be like, I use my ult and then just start going ham with your pistol because it has infinite ammo. Only do that if your team dies. But yeah, like, it heals everyone on your team in it's a pretty big vicinity that it heals your team at. So yeah, it can really turn around fights. So yeah. Okay, so with Moira's ult, I'm gonna use it because they're gonna die. Um, a lot of people think it has infinite range, but it actually doesn't. So, I just used it, and I didn't really get to talk a lot, so now I'm gonna just talk about it. Basically, what you want to do is, if you can, try to get your team and their team in line. So, like, use your ult, and then try to heal your team while also damaging your team. And like Mercy, that can really change, like, the fight. But don't try to snipe people with it, because while it does have a lot of range, it doesn't have infinite. It has about probably like from me all the way to that like thing that's kind of falling out of the wall. So yeah, just try to get your team and the enemy team in line and then start using it. Alright guys, list character. So with Zenyatta, what you want to do is you'll notice that a lot of healer ults, like if used ineffectively, they're pretty bad. But if they're used very effectively, like Lucio's is hard to not use effectively, and so is Zen's. But basically, what you want to do is when your team is on the verge, like start like going hard on their team and whatever. But when your team is about to die and starting to lose the fight, then ult, because it heals super fast, so you don't have to worry about not being able to heal them fast enough. So when your team starts dying, like when they're basically all on critical, then use it, instead of just using it when they're all at full HP and making a push. So start making the push, and then use your ult. So that's it for this video. Just yeah. I don't know what else to say except hopefully this helped you out, and go watch some of my other videos if you like this one, because if you're watching this, then you obviously kinda like Overwatch because you clicked on the video. So yeah, end it there. Bye bye.